Greetings for all underdogs, Underpunch Winston here, welcoming you back. If you haven't noticed, we're doing an audio instead of a live face cam for Wednesdays and Thursdays items and move breakdown segments. But anyway, today we're covering weakness policy, and it is an item to be held by a Pokemon. Attack and special attack sharply increase if the holder is hit by a move that it's weak to. Welcome to Wednesday's segment of item breakdown. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with the location here. As usual, I like to start off from a familiar place. If not, I actually have to go grab a Pokemon with Fly to do this. But it should be in the Battle Mason. I don't remember exactly how many points it costs, but we're going to find that out right now. I just didn't grab an Articuno before I did this. That is great, but that's okay because now you get to see live things in my boxes, and if I have a Pokemon with Fly in here, I don't know, maybe question mark, I hope. Yeah, there you are. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the location of weakness policy here. I believe, now don't quote me, I know it's in the Battle Mason items tower thingy, but pretty sure we can go ahead and search it. I don't remember the exact amount of battle points, but we will find that out together. So I'm flying to the Battle Resort here, the island right after you clear the Elite. I'm pretty sure you have to beat the Elite Four to have access to the island, but I'm flying to the Battle Resort. Going up here, this is in case you have no knowledge of any of these areas, you have no clue. I showed it on the map as well. So you see a little, dot in the corner. You go up to this lady. There's two of them here. There's one to the left, one to the right. You talk to her. Game service exchange corner. This is down by weakness policy, so it is not 48. I figured it would be 48 because I know there's a couple that are 48. It is 32. If you need help getting this, as you can see, I have battle points and stuff here, so I could definitely trade you some weakness policy or any other item. So whenever I do these item breakdowns, it's pretty much me letting you know that, hey, if you ever need an item, pretty much just let me know. So not only am I breaking these items down, but I am giving them out as well because I have way more than enough battle points to go around. So this is where you get weakness policy, and let's hop right into the actual item display and breakdown. So let's get started. Weakness policy. At first glance, it is a very, very, very unique item. It is one of the only items in the game that boosts your stats on screen. And what I mean by on screen is most items like Choice Scarf, Choice Spec, stuff like that, they're hidden, as in they're already applied or automatically implied, or clauses, as some would say. However, weakness policy is a very, very different item. What it does is as soon as you are hit by a move that you are weak to, it gives you a ×2 not only attack increase, but special attack increase. This is a very, very, very unique item. The only problem with the item is that depending on the Pokemon you're trying to use it on, it can be very difficult to get it to work. The problem behind weakness policy is that most cases, most Pokemon who can actually attack or utilize the attack and the special attack boost are frail in general. So what I mean by that is, let's say a Pokemon such as you can see on screen that gets hit with weakness policy actually lives its weakness of a hit. This means that they'll, their attack and their special attack will be plus, as you can see on screen. However, only drawback to that is they have to be fast enough to utilize it. Now, I've shown Golem in this example to show that he can rock polish and then get his weakness policy boost. That way he's fast and ready to sweep. Now, this Golem that I have here doesn't have the sucker punch, allowing me to have priority, but in a typical match, if someone had priority, they'd outspeed me. However, with rock polish, Golem can go up to like 398 speed or something like that. So Golem is really, really, really fast. He's also in the tier RU, which me personally, I'm not gonna even act like I want to understand how he's there. Or not RU, I'm sorry, I said RU. He's an NU, so he is never used or PU, one of those two. Actually, let me check my facts. Golem is in PU, so Golem is PU like smelly or PU like partially used, which means that according to the Small Gone tier list, he's just garbage, and that's really sad because he's one of the best weakness policy users. He has sturdy, which means that he can't be one shot. The only thing I can one shot him is two things. If someone has the ability, actually three things technically. Someone has the ability Mold Breaker. If someone has the ability Terra Guard, whatever the thing is that Huron White and them have, Terra Guard, Terra Volt, something like that. And the third thing being that if he gets scalded, his special defense is very poor. So if he gets scalded, he can get taken right down to that. But anyway, this isn't a guide on Golem. It's basically to show weakness policy. However, Golem is one of the best weakness policy users, being because he can rock polish to increase his speed and then follow up a couple turns with attacking, forcing your opponent in to switch in someone who is an all-out physical attacker. Now you see the problem behind weakness policy, as I stated, is a really good item in the sense of someone can easily just, oh hey, let me just soak up this hit, get my weakness policy boost, I'm good to go. But sometimes the Pokemon is way too frail to be able to deliver that or to withstand it. Or if they do withstand it, it's on barely, you know, any HP, which means they can just get priority moved in. So as you can see, weakness policy has its ups and downs, and now I want to talk about some of the ways that it can be utilized all around. A lot of the ways they can be utilized is such as on screen a bulkier Pokemon, such as Vaporeon or someone who's just on the slower end. It can take in especially special offensive hits really easily and, you know, recover up, which that is amazing because not only can she take in priority attacks on the following turn and stuff like that, but she's really stable and set in stone in. There are tons of Pokemon who can utilize some of their special defense and physical defense to activate something such as weakness policy. Good examples would be Tyranitar, Arcanine due to, you know, his bulk that you can build him with, plus his Morning Sun combination. Vaporeon for his special defensive bulk or physical bulk / HP. Something along the lines of Tentacruel, same thing. He has a lot of special bulk. Even someone like Volcarona, because he can Quiver Dance and then have that, you know, build behind him. So let's say, you know, you Quiver Dance and he gets hit with a Scald, as shown in this video. That's a huge increase to him. Plus, Volcarona can also learn something like Morning Sun and Roost, I believe, which is huge. It allows you to stay in, not be able to get priority moved. The only thing they can do to you at that point in time is hope that you don't one-shot them with whatever move that you're trying to do before you take someone out. Another problem with weakness policy, or to talk about some of the problems of weakness policy, it is a move that is very underutilized, or sorry, it's an item that is very underutilized. What I mean by that is, yes, it's nice and it's popular and it's big and it has very, very, very good usage, but the problem behind weakness policy is not many Pokemon would fit the selection or the candidate of whatever kind of special stat that it arises. So yes, a lot of Pokemon can use that attack and special attack increase. However, can a lot of Pokemon withstand an attack that's super effective to take it in? No. Some good methods to use weakness policy that aren't shown in this video are like such as Baton Pass. You can take a bulky Pokemon who knows Baton Pass, such as Vaporeon or such as Drifblim, take the hit, that's your weakness, and then Baton Pass right out. And some other ways to utilize weakness policy would be to spec your Pokemon in a hit that you know they can take. Again, not shown in this video, but something such as, let's say you know Vaporeon isn't physically bulky, however you give it physical bulk just enough so it can take a move such as like Volt, you know, like Fusion Bolt or one of those moves like that. Now Vaporeon can take in that physical hit, for example, and then get that boost up that it needs to get its weakness policy. Plus, maybe you can wish on the following turn or wish on the same turn and protect. Now you have some HP back and you're at +2 special attack. There really are a lot of ways to utilize this item. It's just underused. Most commonly, Pokemon that use it that you'll see is Tyranitar. Another one would be people with multi-scale, which would be Lugia and or Dragonite. Reason being is because with multi-scale, there's not many hits that are going to one-shot them. Obviously, they can get hit with their times, you know, whatever weaknesses. However, it's pretty likely that they won't die in one shot, meaning that, or faint technically, I'm sorry, but meaning that they're guaranteed to get their weakness policy boost if they're hit with a weakness. Plus, not many people know that they'll have the weakness policy on them. So, as you can see, certain Pokemon with the multi-scale and certain Pokemon who are built physically or specially are great weakness policy users. However, in my honest opinion, I don't use weakness policy all that much, except for on Golem. However, the biggest downfall of weakness policy, which it's not a super downfall, but it takes the lack of item. If you can combine certain items like Focus Sash and weakness policy, you would have the best combination in the world. However, that's not possible to have 2 items at one time. So it eliminates the cause for certain items. So weakness policy makes you really think what kind of Pokemon that, you know, can actually run such an item. What actually Pokemon can take a hit. So if you'd like to use weakness policy, you definitely have to think carefully about what kind of build do you want. Do you want a physical build? Do you want an offensive build, but, you know, just enough to survive a hit? I mean, honestly, the choice is yours. And a final recommendation that I have for using something like weakness policy, you can also try to do something like have a really, really bulky Pokemon with no offensive investment whatsoever. Wait till they get hit with, you know, their weakness, boosting their stats, attack and special attack with the weakness policy, and just going offensive from there. Because this way you'll be able to take in any hit that you want, and now you'll have that physical power that you never built in. So just some recommendations. That's about all from you guys. I really appreciate you guys for coming out and just, you know, listen to me talk about weakness policy. Starting in this video, if you've made it this far, what I will be doing is every item breakdown. I'll also be doing a giveaway thing where I'm giving away whatever item I'm talking about. So that's going to be fun. I'm also going to be starting to stream soon. So if you're excited for that, definitely smash that like button down below. Thank you guys so much. It's really appreciated. And just remember, together we can overcome the odds. Under Punch Winston, out.